If the others want to join us, they can go ahead and join. Otherwise, I'm going to actually just go ahead and get started. So if they join late, whatever, otherwise it's recording and we'll send it all to them. So like I said, this is going to be different than our normal workouts. This is going to be, I'm going to talk to you guys for a little bit. I'm going to take you through some exercises that are also going to help with stress, because at the end of the day, you can tighten and tone your stomach as much as you want. If you are not managing your stress, then your cortisol is not going to allow any of this stuff to work. And so I'm going to take you through a couple different exercises. We're going to go through some stretches, and I'm going to explain some things to you that'll hopefully give you like an idea or a better understanding. What's up? There you are.
Hi. Sorry.
That's okay. They'll help you give you a better understanding of what your core is and how it works. Because ultimately, if you have a strong core, every single other thing that you do will be better in the gym. So your core is actually responsible for most of the movements that you do, whether you realize it or not. So your arms, your legs, your squats, your deadlifts, having a strong core will actually make all of those things better. And the reason for that is because I think a lot of us think of abs as like your six pack. And that muscle is actually not responsible for most of the work. So your core actually supports your spine. So it's what allows you to be erect and upright. It also transfers loads from your upper body to your lower body. So think like if you're carrying groceries, right, your upper body and your lower body is working, and your core is what's in between there. And so your core is actually responsible for a whole host of things. So if you think of it, you can actually think of it like a box. So you've got what you think of as your six pack, right? So that's your rectus abdominis. That's a superficial muscle, right? We can see it. It's on the top. It's just there for looks. You guys are probably familiar with your obliques. So those are the ones on the side. They allow you to twist and turn. You have ones on the outside and ones on the inside. So this is the front of our box. This is the sides of our box. Your pelvic floor is the bottom of the box, right? You guys are all probably familiar with that. So if any of you ladies have incontinence after having kids, this is a core issue because that's the bottom of your box, right? And then you've got a back of your box. And that's the muscle that acts as a corset. And that muscle, it's not your back muscles. It's inside of your body on the front of your spine. To make it simple, it connects into your rib cage and does some other things, but I don't want to get super sciencey on you guys. So, but you can think of it as the back of your box, but it's in front of your spine. So it's not the muscles running along your spine, but it stabilizes the entire inside of your spine from the inside. If that muscle is weak, that's the reason for your back pain, right? Because if these muscles aren't working, then these muscles have to work. So think about like, if this muscle's working, this muscle's stretched out. So if these aren't working, this one's working overtime because they're opposites of one another. So when you think about your core, you're probably really familiar with working this side of the box. You're probably even familiar with this side of the box. Most women are familiar with the bottom of the box as well, because we all know where our pelvic floor is, especially I think all of you have kids. And so it's the back of the box that gets neglected, and it's the most important muscle. It's literally the one that pulls and tightens and can act like a corset for you. So what that is when somebody says brace your core or tighten your core, a lot of people are just tightening these outside muscles and maybe the side muscles, right? But a lot of us don't actually even know how to tighten the inside muscles. So that's called your transverse abdominis. You don't need to remember that. Does that make sense to you guys? I'm trying to make it, I don't want to get super sciencey. So are we following along? Cool. All right. So I talked a little bit about your abs and your lower back. So a lot of you women come to me and have lower back issues. So again, if these muscles are not working, these muscles notice they're very short versus like this and they're tight. So when a muscle is short, it's working, right? So if my bicep gets nice and short and puffs up, it means it's working. So if you have a weak core, your lower back is working constantly, and that's why you have lower back pain. And lower back pain will translate into your hips, it'll translate into your upper back, into your neck. It'll actually start to spread as it gets worse. So this is actually also the #1 cause of lower back pain. It also contributes to incontinence, which we talked about. So it's important, right? That's why I'm actually doing this training for you guys. So we talked about all that stuff. So the first thing we're actually going to do is we're going to do some breathing. So breathing is a great way to just warm up all of those muscles, right? Because if you think about it, this is like your entire, like most of your body is your core, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you guys to try to take deep belly breaths. Like, so I'm going to show you the difference. So a regular breath would be like this. I can't even get the balloon to blow up, right? So I want you to, and I want you to blow out until you feel like you cannot blow out anymore. What I want you to do about 5 to 10 of them. When you're blowing out, I want you to think, like, feel the muscles that you're actually feeling. Like, identify if there's some new sensations in your body. Bailey hates this. Sorry. I mean, blow out, guys, so you feel like you literally, like, you're gonna gasp for air. Like, blow out. Like empty your body of oxygen.
I feel it.
Where do you feel it, Michelle?
I can feel it here when I'm blowing out completely and at the bottom of the box. Here, top, bottom, like the whole entire front of the square.
Yeah, do you normally feel that when I talk about your core?
No, because
Yeah.
I don't know what, you're like, engage, tighten. I'm like, am I doing what?
Yeah. Well, did anybody else feel something that they want to share?
I feel it in my back.
You too, Megan? Yeah. So this is what I'm saying. So remember I told you that your transverse abdominis, it attaches to your spine. So these are the muscles supporting your spine. So the fact that you felt it in your back means you're doing it the right way. That's a really good thing, right? So now you guys are starting to feel already with just one exercise how the difference between your abs and your core, right? Does that make sense? Cool. So one of the other things that we talked about was how a weak core can make your lower back really tight. So one of the best ways, so if we're like this, because our abs are weak, these are tight. So one of the best ways to help our abs is going to be to stretch these muscles so that you're able to engage these muscles, right? Because muscles are always working opposite of one another. So if these are tight, these are loose. So if we loosen these up, we're going to be able to tighten these up. Does that make sense? You guys can see I'm wearing tight clothes to try to give you guys a demonstration. I know I'm doing weird stuff, but I want you guys to understand what I'm saying. So we're going to do some lower back stretches. So stay where you are, and you're going to sit up straight and tall, so a very erect spine, right? And you're going to twist and take a big deep breath out. Make sure your spine stays nice and tall, so you don't want to hunch into it. And come back to the front. And we're going to take a big deep breath. And then we're going to exhale. All right, come back. We're going to do one more on each side. So big deep breath. Spine's nice and tall. And up, and then we're going to do the other way. All right, come back to the middle, and then we're actually going to lay on our stomachs. This is going to be our last stretch because this isn't a stretching class, but it's important for you guys to be aware of. So you're gonna put your arms straight out to the side, and you're just gonna rock back and forth. It's not gonna feel super great on your boobs, but you'll be okay. And you should feel your lower back loosening up. If you're anything like me, it might pop a couple times.
Yeah.
All right. And then just press up and back into a child's pose. All right, guys, you ready to do some core work now?
Yeah.
Okay, so we are, okay, it looks like nobody's next to a wall, so I'm gonna actually skip the first one. All right, so the first one, you're just gonna lay on your back. So I want you to arch your back. This is what we just talked about. Your back is tight, and now your abs are weak. And you're just gonna blow out and so do that like 10 times. And when you do it, I want you to focus on breathing all your air out and tightening those deep muscles. Arch.
That way you can see.
So arch your back and then
Are we picking our heads up?
mine honestly, I'm not doing it on purpose, but I'm breathing so hard, it's just it jerks up. So you can also do this with your feet against the wall one day. So, but we're gonna do that in a minute. So keep going, a few more. So when we're doing abs, I tell you guys to make sure your lower back stays on the floor. This is what I mean. You want to make sure that your lower back is pressing into the ground. So now I want you guys to just push and hold your lower back. Push as hard as you can. Imagine you're trying to squish a bug underneath your back. And hold, and hold, and hold. Squish a bug as hard as you can. Like push, 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 push harder. All right, relax.
Holy
Did you guys
moly.
feel that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It feels different, right, than working your abs. If you guys do all these exercises correctly, you're going to feel weirdly tired after this because this is like your whole body actually doing work. All right, so we're going to push and hold again. I'm going to count to 10. So I want you to push as hard as you can and try to hold it for 10 seconds. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and push. Push harder. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest.
Do you breathe?
I can talk while I'm doing it because like my core is really strong. So
Lucky.
I mean, yeah.
One day.
And I'm also trained to do it, right? I'm a coach. So,
Yeah.
all right, guys, we're gonna do the next one. So put your feet up, and you're gonna push your hands and your feet like your knees are gonna push towards your hands, and your hands are gonna push on your knees. You have got to make sure when you do this, your lower back is pushing into the ground. So we're gonna just push and release.
Oh my gosh, I can feel my lower belly.
Yeah, for sure. Ready? We're gonna do it again. 3, 2, 1, push, 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 and release.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
It's super hard, right? This is your core. That's your core working. All right, guys, we're gonna do it again. Ready? 3, 2, 1, push. Make sure your lower back is pushing into the ground. Make sure you're engaging your core. Push, push, push,
Oh my God.
and rest. Right, so you're feeling it probably along your spine. You're feeling it really deep inside muscles, like muscles that you probably haven't worked in a long time. All right, guys, we're gonna do a couple more. Get ready. 3, 2, 1, push. Push as hard as you can. Push. Harder, harder, push, push, and rest.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
All right, we're gonna do one more like that, and then we're gonna move on to the heart, another one. Oh my God, Megan's son's playing with her legs. It's so cute. All right, ready, guys? We're gonna hold this one for 10. So I want you to push with everything you've got. Make sure your lower back, right? So remember, we started here, and we pushed our back into the ground. Then we added the legs. So these exercises are building, okay? So don't forget the first one as we move on. So push your lower back into the ground. Feel those abs engage. Hands are up, feet are up. We're gonna hold this one for 10. So get ready. 3, 2, 1, let's go. 5, 3, 2, 1. Woo!
Oh.
All right,
Wow.
guys. You guys feeling your core yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Crazy, right? We're just laying on the ground. We're barely even doing anything.
This is amazing. I feel like it's only been like 5 minutes.
It's actually been about 20 minutes. We've been working all right. I talked a bunch, though. I like to talk. You guys know that. All right, guys, we're going to do some dead bugs. So a lot of you know what dead bugs are. So the first thing you're going to do, so arch that back and press it into the ground, okay? Your hands are going to go straight up. Your feet are going to go straight up. Make sure, is your lower back pressed into the ground? Is it? Check it. Check it. All right, guys, your right hand is going to go back. Your left leg is going to go out. Check your lower back. Is your lower back touching the ground?
Oh, that is hard.
And back up. Now switch. Left hand, right leg. Check your lower back. Is your lower back pressed into the ground? Is your core working? And back up. Now switch. We're doing 10 of these, nice and slow. My core is already on fire. And back up. Check your lower back, ladies. So imagine there's a bug under here. You want to smoosh that bug.
Ooh.
Smoosh that bug. Ready? Keep going. Opposite hand, opposite leg. This is number 4. Check your lower back. And up. Switch. And up. One more. No, I lied. What am I talking about? One more. We have 4 more. And up. Check your lower back, ladies. Down. And up. One more on each side. And up. Check your lower back.
Ooh.
Smushing your bug? Are you smushing the bug?
Oh.
And rest.
Holy Jesus.
You guys feel that in your core?
Oh my God.
Did anybody feel it in their lower back?
I
No.
do.
Who does?
I do. It's me. It's Robin.
You feel it in your lower back?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So for you, you're going to want to start with the other exercises because that means you're not engaging to push your lower back into the ground. So for you, I would keep doing this one until you're able to get that lower back pressed into the ground.
Oh,
It's hard to
I
press.
misunderstood you. Yeah, I can. My back is all the way to the ground, and I'm pushing hard.
Good.
But I can feel it working my back and my stomach area.
Like your lower back muscles, because
Yeah, my lower back.
So if I were you, I would keep working on the first 2 exercises because you don't
Okay.
want to feel it in your lower back. So
Okay.
if your abs are not strong enough, they might also be tired. We've already done 20 minutes of exercise, and depending on what you did yesterday. But
Yeah.
if you feel your lower back when you're doing abs, that means your abs are not working. They're opposing muscles. They cannot work at the same time. So they're opposite. It's like your bicep and your tricep, they can't both work at the same time because they're opposite of one another. So if your lower back is working, that means your abs are not working. They're opposite muscles, so they don't work at the same time. So if you feel that, I would definitely do more of this and more of this, and try the dead bugs on their own without all this other stuff first.
So I should be feeling it in my stomach only on the dead bugs?
You should be feeling it in here and inside, but not your lower back. So you should feel it everywhere,
Gotcha.
not specifically your lower back.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Anybody else?
I only feel it here. I don't know about the sides.
You're not going to feel it in the sides, but you should feel it deep inside.
Yes, there, for
Yeah.
sure.
Don, you good? All right, guys, we're going to do some planks. Everybody knows how to plank, or so you thought, right? So we're going to plank, and then we're going to, so those exercises we did at the beginning, where we were grabbing, like, and pushing our lower back down, you're going to do that. You actually might want to start here. So I want you to breathe all the way out. Imagine you're blowing up this balloon.
Does it matter if you're on your elbows or your hands?
It doesn't matter.
So what am I doing?
Plank, plank, and then blow up a balloon. So a lot of people are just planking, and they're like, here we go, we're planking. I want you to imagine you're blowing up this balloon. So my core is on fire already. Michelle, blow up the balloon. I can see your lower back. Blow it up. Blow it up. Keep going, guys. Blow up a balloon. I want to see you guys like to the point you feel like you can't breathe.
Way to make a plank harder. Holy crap.
There you go. So
Are you on your
everybody-
knees?
What, Kelly, you good?
Are you on your knees?
If you can be on your feet or on your knees.
Am I arching my back or no?
No. Blow out all the way like you're blowing up a balloon. Nice job, Megan.
Wow.
It's a lot harder of a plank than you guys have ever done, right? That's how you do a plank. So a plank's not just hanging out here. Your butt should be super tight.
Wow. You look great.
So you feel all of your muscles engaging now, including those deep muscles. This is why you should not feel your lower back when you are planking.
I
That
don't.
was really good, Megan. How did that feel? Hard? Yeah? Has anybody felt a plank like that before?
No. Never
How you doing,
ever.
Robin?
Good. It feels good, actually.
Yeah, cool. So we're gonna do a couple more planks. You guys wanna try to do a hold? We're gonna do a 30-second plank hold. Are you guys ready? 30 seconds. If you need to, drop to your knees, please. Do not let your lower back do the work. This is not a lower back workout. This is an ab workout. So we're focusing on quality and learning here, okay, guys? So drop to your knees if you need to. We are starting in 3, 2, 1. Breathe out, all the way out. Tighten your core. And then you can start breathing again. You don't want to hold your breath, but you want to hold that tightness in your core. So you can keep breathing, but hold that tightness in your core. Feel those deep muscles working. We've only got 10 more seconds. Nice job. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. All right, come down. All right, guys, if that was too easy for you, I'm going to take it up a notch. If that was just right for you, stay there. If that was too easy for you, you're gonna engage and squeeze, and then you're gonna go forward and back, and forward and back. You have to keep your core. So you're gonna breathe all the way out and get that tightness, and you've gotta hold that tightness. But then you have to be able to keep breathing or else you're gonna pass out. So squeeze and hold that tightness. You guys ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's go up. Breathe all the way out. Blow up a balloon. Blow up a balloon. Can you squeeze a little bit tighter? A little bit tighter? All right, guys, if you want to rock, rock with me. How tight is your core right now? Squeeze harder. Squeeze it.
Oh.
All right, relax. How is that, guys? Good, right?
Yeah.
We're trying to plank. So now you guys
Wow,
know
I
what it
really like
means.
this.
What?
I really like this.
Yeah, so now you guys know what it means to brace your core and like planking and stuff like that. So again, if your lower back, you feel your lower back doing any of this stuff, your lower back, you should not feel it at all, okay? We're gonna do some side planks because we talked a little bit about our obliques. So I'm gonna just make sure you guys are hyper aware of your obliques. So come on your side, and we're gonna take a big breath in, and when we blow it out, we're gonna exhale and raise. So,
Okay.
ready? You feel that? Feel it. You feel all that tightness?
No.
And come down.
Here.
We're gonna do it again. So take a big deep breath.
Jessica,
Yes.
I feel a lot of these, like the planks, and then this one in my shoulder. Is that bad? Or that just
No,
means I
it's
have-
normal. Is it like pain
Okay.
or muscle?
No, it's not pain, but I feel
Muscle.
it. So
Well, your shoulders are working because you're holding your body up. So
okay.
it's quite normal. For the planks,
Okay.
for sure. You can go down on your elbow, it'll help, but it's not gonna get rid of it completely. So yeah, you're definitely working your arms as well. All right, guys, let's do one more side plank. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Big deep breath. You feel those muscles? You feel them? Yeah. That's your obliques. That's your obliques working. All right, come back down. Let's do the other side. So we're working the sides of the box now. I think you guys got that. Make sure when you plank, your arm is right underneath you. So you don't want to plank like this. You want to make sure your arm is right underneath you. All right, guys, so we're going to take a big deep breath in, and then we're going to breathe it out and come up. Nice job, ladies. And back down.
Oh, yeah.
Ready? We're gonna do it again. Make sure you're really focusing on obliques, right? The sides of the box. 3, 2, 1, and go. Sides of the box. So you've got to be able to learn, you want to learn how to stay tight, but also breathe. So you don't want to hold your breath because you'll pass out. So for example, I am very tight right now, but I'm talking. So I don't encourage you to talk yet, but you want to make sure you're able to take small breaths. Come down.
I like these a lot.
Yeah. So this is a really like mindful way. Like I said, this is different than our normal exercises. The other benefit of exercising like this and all of this breathing, guys, every time you take a big deep breath, it actually lowers your cortisol, it lowers your stress. So you guys all know me. You guys have all been listening to me and you all follow me and you know how important I think it is that to manage your stress to lose weight. So at the end of the day, you can do all the exercises in the world. You've got to manage your stress. This type of working out is very effective. It's also very low stress on your body. So jumping all around and all that is stressful. This is low stress, and it has the added benefit of this breathing. Every time you take these big, deep belly breaths, you're actually lowering your cortisol. So it's pretty cool, right? So we're doing all kinds of cool shit this morning. Let's do one more side plank. Ready? Take a big, deep breath. Blow it out. Blow it out. Are you guys breathing? I don't want to see any red faces. All right, nice job, guys. Come down. All right, so we started out by working essentially the back of the box, right? Some of those, like the dead bugs and the pelvis and all that, they also work the bottom of the box, right? So we've actually worked a lot of our box. So what we're gonna do now is, not that actually, I lied. We're gonna do one more that's gonna be full core. So you're gonna come on your hands and knees. So you guys have probably done bird dogs before, but a lot of people bird dog like this. And remember what we talked about? When your back is arched, your stomach is not able to work. So you guys see the difference? So I'm gonna get close. So from this is not right. You're actually gonna suck that stomach in. So if you bird dog like this, you're having opposite hand and opposite leg. You're gonna bring it in. So this is not about how high you can lift your arms and your leg. We're not dancing, okay? So you're just gonna go out, and then I want you to try to touch your knee to your elbow. This is like the ultimate core exercise. Because this one right here, you're working the back of the box, and then the rest of the muscles. Can you guys try that? So the key here, Michelle, so from here to here. So put your arm and your leg out. So if your back is arched, yes, Michelle, like that. And then in. Yeah, very good, guys. So you're not arching your back. Like we're not dancing. So it's your height. So if you watch my stomach, so you don't want this, right? That's the same version I showed you of up here. You can't work your abs like this. So down here, you want this. So not this, this. And then you're gonna do your arm and your leg out. These are super hard if you do them properly. Good, Kelly. Good, Michelle. Dawn. Dawn, from here?
Yeah.
See here. You're here. Get that core in. Can you see me?
Yeah.
I know you had to switch to your phone. Yeah.
I was technical difficulties on my laptop. Now my screen is my phone and
It's tiny, so you can't see me.
okay. So I'm out like this.
Yes. Like that's a good one. And then squeeze it in. And then go back out. But when you go back out, don't arch your back. So you're gonna go in, you don't wanna not arch your back. So not out like this. This is hard, guys. So not like this, like this. And it's okay if you've got to lower your arm and your foot a little bit. Make sure you're testing out both sides. I've only been doing one side the whole time. Now I can feel it. So this is like the ultimate core workout, guys. And this one actually does work your spinal erectors as well. So you will actually feel this in your back. Still will not be your lower back though. So if you're having pain down here in your lower back, you shouldn't be.
What a difference.
Awesome. I'm glad.
Seriously, even like before this, I used to do the planks and my lower back would hurt so much. And now that you showed that and all this different stuff, I haven't had any pain. None.
Yeah, if you have lower back pain and you actually do this stuff, it will make a huge difference. You should almost never have lower back pain. Like lower back pain is not normal. I don't care what anybody tells you. It is not normal for anybody of any age. It can be cured by by working on your core. Unless you have like a car accident or something, obviously. But like, if you don't actually have anything wrong with you, a lower back is not a normal condition. It's not just like what happens as you age and stuff like that. Like that's a total lie. By working on your core, you can fix that. You should almost never feel your lower back. Like never. Like I can go deadlift 200 pounds and I will not have a sore lower back.
Wow.
Because it's core. It's all core. So if you are able to strengthen those muscles, your lower back will be happy as can be because it won't have to work constantly.
Is this something that you recommend for to do like every day?
Probably not every day. While you don't feel like this is a lot of work, it is actually going to be pretty taxing on your body. I would probably do it like a couple times a week, like even before bed or something like that, because it's kind of like relaxing almost, depending on how you feel about it. It's also a great warm up. Like I'm going to go lift for my legs. It's a great warm up because a lot of your leg exercises involve your core. So squats, deadlifts, all that stuff. If you have a strong core, you are 1,000 times stronger at weightlifting. And so like this is a great warm up to go lift. Yeah. So because like if I'm doing a deadlift down and up, I'm using my core. So deadlifts are one of the best core exercises if you have a strong core. That's what I'm saying. This is actually like if you guys actually commit to this and do this, this is really, really, really impactful stuff. If you do this and you combine it with stress management practices, your belly, like you can get rid of your belly, no problem. So inflammation, all that type of stuff obviously plays into this, right? So stress and inflammation, right? You can't just exercise your stomach flat, but you also can't just ignore your stomach and expect the rest of your exercises to be as effective. So this will actually improve your performance in the gym. Also reducing pain, right? Who doesn't want less pain? Like a lot of people have lower back pain, think it's normal. So doing this kind of stuff, this is like a foundational type of a thing. So it'll allow you to exercise better, quite honestly. It'll allow you to lift heavier, right? We all want to lift heavier. That's how we build muscles. That's how we increase our metabolism and things like that. So it's all obviously like a puzzle. So I don't want to give you guys the impression that if you do this 3 times a week, like, you know, like all your problems are going to be solved. But this is a really, really, really good place to start, especially if you feel that weakness, you feel some of that pain in your lower back. Doing this with some stress management, you will noticeably decrease your stress for sure.
Are you recording this one?
I am recording this.
Okay. So
Do you guys have any other questions? No? You guys want to do one
No,
more
thank
exercise?
you so much.
One more. You guys want to do one more? This is going to be a hard one. Okay. We're going to do flutter kicks. Okay. So I'm sure all of you have done flutter kicks before where you just kick your legs, whatever. Here's the key. Your lower back has to be pushing into the ground. Like there's a bug under there and you don't want him to escape or something like that. A bug, I need to find something better than a bug. So I wouldn't want to push a bug under my back. But so we're going to start with what we started with at the beginning. So you're going to arch your back and then you're going to pop it down. Push your lower back so freaking hard. Like as hard as you can. Push your lower back. Put your feet out. And we're going to kick 50 times. If your lower back comes up, you have to stop and reset yourself. Okay?
That's gonna be hard.
It is going to be hard. I would expect every single person to have to take a break. Okay? So, push your lower back into the ground. If you cannot keep your lower back into the ground, put your hands down here. Put your hands down here.
Should your shoulders be on the ground?
What?
Should your I don't know why my phone all of a sudden I can't really hear you. I think because I got a call. Should my shoulders be on the ground?
So it'll be easier with your shoulders down. It'll be harder with them up. So I don't actually know your specific fitness level. I would maybe start with your head down. So
Okay.
head down, push your back, like slam it into the lower, slam it into the lower. You guys, I'm talked out. Slam it into the ground and legs out. Get ready. 50 at your own pace. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lower back press into the ground. If you need to, put your hands down by your butt. Drop your head. Keep your lower back pressed into the ground. I have no idea how many I've done. Keep going. Kick it out. How tight is your lower back against the ground?
The only way I can keep my lower back off the ground if my legs are up this high.
Yeah, so for Michelle, the best thing for you to do is going to be to just hold. Just work on a hold. Is your lower back pressed into the ground?
Trying.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Yep. All right, ladies, how was that? Pretty hard? If you are not able to keep your lower back on the ground when you do that, you should work on the first exercises that we did. One of the best exercises you can do is those dead bugs. Go slow. Literally get somebody to put their hand underneath your back and push on their hand, right? Like 10 dead bugs is enough to wear you out. So if you're having trouble with some of these exercises, go back to some of the basic ones. So even these are all really good foundational exercises. So remember, we went in a sequence and they got more and more difficult, right? So that just gives you guys some more ideas, some things that you guys can work on. Again, along with some of the breathing, the stretching, all that stuff's good for stress, which will also help your belly fat. Cool. Well, do you guys have any questions before we head out?
So I did. Because I couldn't get my legs down, because without my lower back being able to touch, how would I do flutter kicks?
You wouldn't.
Like I can do that. It's hard.
Bye, Kelly. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, have a great day.
Thanks, Jessica.
Any other questions? I'll get back. No. Michelle, you can stay on and I'll talk to you. Dawn, you good? Thank you. Robin, you good?
Yes, I am. Thanks.
Hey, Robin.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.